Justin Baldoni was once celebrated as the thoughtful leading man who brought heart to every project he touched. But in 2024 and 2025, his reputation shifted almost overnight. What began as excitement around a best-selling book adaptation quickly turned into one of the most intense online controversies of the year. And at the center of it was Baldoni, the film adaptation of It Ends With Us, the fandom, and the unexpected backlash from millions of readers. The story begins when Justin Baldoni announced not only that he would be directing It Ends With Us, but also starring in it as Ryle Kincaid, one of the most emotionally complicated characters in Colleen Hoover's universe. At first, fans appreciated Baldoni's commitment to the story. But as the film moved into production, cracks began to appear in the public's reaction. The biggest criticism came immediately: the age difference. In the book, Lily and Ryle are young adults. In the film, Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni were both in their mid to late 30s. Many fans felt the casting broke the tone of the story. The internet exploded with discussions. TikTok creators debated it daily, and memes comparing book Ryle to old man Ryle spread everywhere. Instead of fading, the backlash grew. Every behind-the-scenes photo, every leaked clip, every fan reaction only amplified the debate. But the casting issues were only the surface. As the release date approached, something unexpected happened. Fans began reshaping the narrative entirely. Instead of viewing Ryle as the story's antagonist, some fans started perceiving him as misunderstood or romantic, driven largely by Baldoni's charm and online presence. This shift alarmed the original book community, who argued that the message Colleen Hoover wrote, a message about recognizing cycles of abuse, was being overshadowed. That concern erupted again when the first trailer dropped. The tone felt too light, too dreamy, too romantic for a story built around trauma. Critics said the trailer made the abusive character look charming and attractive, unintentionally glamorizing him. The conversation shifted from casting to responsibility. Should a director be more careful when adapting a story with such sensitive themes? Was the marketing misleading? Did Baldoni misunderstand the heart of the book? As these debates continued, new controversies surfaced around creative control. Reports circulated that Blake Lively and producer Alex Sachs had differing visions for the film compared to Baldoni's. Rumors spread that Lively had taken a stronger role in editing decisions to prevent misinterpretations of Ryle's character. While no one confirmed it publicly, fans sensed the tension in the final cut. Viewers noticed inconsistencies, scenes that felt emotionally detached, pacing that felt rushed, and storytelling choices that seemed to soften the brutality of Ryle's actions. This led to the next wave of criticism. The message of It Ends With Us, originally praised for giving survivors a voice, now felt diluted in the film. Some argued Baldoni unintentionally romanticized Ryle. Others felt he portrayed him too sympathetically, and a separate group believed the film tried too hard to balance empathy with accountability and ended up landing in neither place. But the most heated moment came after the movie released. Interview clips resurfaced showing Baldoni discussing his approach to the character. In one clip, he described Ryle as a man who is trying his best, which many people felt minimized the seriousness of his behavior. Social media erupted all over again. Survivors posted videos explaining why the language was harmful. Critics accused Baldoni of missing the central message of the book. And fans who once defended him began expressing disappointment. Meanwhile, Colleen Hoover stayed mostly silent. Her brief comments about trusting the filmmakers only added more confusion. Was she distancing herself? Did she approve the changes? The ambiguity fueled even more speculation. As the conversation grew, more complications surfaced. Rumors circulated about disagreements during production, creative clashes, and emotional strain on set. Fans dissected every press conference moment, every red carpet interaction, every interview. TikTok and X turned into forums where users debated whether Baldoni was the wrong choice to direct the project from the start. Even people who hadn't read the book weighed in, making the controversy grow beyond the fandom. Entertainment journalists published think pieces about trauma in romance films, misrepresentation of abuse narratives, and the ethics of adaptation. Film critics reviewed the movie not for its cinematography, but for its emotional responsibility. Suddenly, Justin Baldoni found himself in a position he had never been in before, the center of a cultural argument. Not because of scandal or personal behavior, but because audiences questioned his artistic judgment and the impact it could have on viewers. And yet, the conversation didn't stop. Months later, clips continued to surface. Fans continued debating. Some felt the backlash was unfair, pointing out that Baldoni had previously directed heartfelt, emotional films like 5 Feet Apart. Others argued that directing a romance tragedy based on domestic abuse required a different level of awareness and sensitivity. In the midst of all this, Baldoni took a step back from public commentary. His social media posts became fewer. Interviews shifted toward promoting positivity rather than addressing controversy. He stayed quiet, and in that silence, audiences filled the gaps with speculation. But whether one agrees with the criticism or not, one fact is undeniable. Justin Baldoni's adaptation became one of the most discussed film controversies of its time. It sparked conversations about age-appropriate casting, adaptation accuracy, survivor representation, the responsibility of storytellers, and the power of social media to reshape an entire narrative. In the end, the controversy around Justin Baldoni wasn't about a single moment. It was about a chain reaction. One decision leading to the next, one scene sparking another debate, one interview clip opening another wave of discussions. It was a perfect example of how quickly public sentiment can shift, especially when art intersects with sensitive topics and passionate fandoms. And whether the film succeeds or fails in history, the controversy itself has already become part of its legacy, a lesson in adaptation, audience expectations, and the unpredictable force of online culture.